Let's cue the music. Hi everyone, it's Andrew with Elevated Audio. This is my submission video for the 2023 Installer of the Year Award. I'm already stumbling on my words. So I'm going to go down this list of questions I have here. There's 7 questions, and I'm just going to kind of go through each one and share a little bit with you about me and kind of how I ended up here making this video. I've been in this industry for about 20 years installing. I started when I was 16, I'm now 36. And I've been with Elevated Audio for 10 years. I created it 10 years ago. So half my career I've spent with my own company, which is kind of cool. I set out to do this and I've achieved it. So really cool being able to do that over the years. So the biggest challenge for me over the last year has been working by myself. As many of you know, last year I just went down to just me being the only employee here, and it was tough for a few months. It was like very boring. It's like, oh my God, every day I get to come in and talk to nobody. But I listened to a lot of music during that time, a lot of audiobooks, just get myself through the day. And it's been good. It's been good because I am way more productive when I'm not talking, believe it or not. But the biggest downside to that is being by yourself. The biggest downside to being by yourself is the fact that you have no one to bounce ideas off of. So I really took a liking to the online community and really reached out to a lot of the guys on the forums and stuff when I needed help and when I wanted to share stuff. So not only did I take in a lot of information, but this year I decided that I'm going to be really generous with the information I'm discovering on my own, just to help other people like myself out there who may not have all the resources that we all have by having our own little community. So I've really enjoyed it, and it's been a growing experience for me to be able to connect outside of the 4 walls, because I feel like we all kind of get dependent on relying on other people in the shop, and once that's taken away from you, or once you create that for yourself, you kind of realize that it's all up to you. So it's been tough, but I've managed through. I still have days where it's like, oh my God, I could really use somebody's opinion on this. Like, does this look good or does this sound good? And so it's a daily struggle, but I make it through, and I think other people can do that as well. If you find yourself in the situation I'm in, where you're the only producer. The next question is, how do coworkers or customers describe me, and how do I influence the store culture? On that note, it's been a path of mine over like the last 8 months. I had a customer recommend to me like just the active meditation and stuff like that. And so I start every one of my days off with that. And I feel like that puts me in the right mindset to get to work every day. But customers would describe me as someone who really cares about their interest. At least that's what I think that they would do. And I believe that's why they come back. My main objective with customers is to make sure that I'm able to deliver what they're in need of. I know that I'm not the right guy for a lot of stuff, so I don't mind passing them off to someone else in town. And I believe that translates to them. Maybe they'll have their own words for me, but I feel like that's it. Like it's that. Like, I care about what you want and what you need. My installation specialty is the next question, and that is simple. It's this stuff right here, the tuning. I love the technical side of tuning. That's why I've kind of gone down my own little path with it, just trying to discover new things and really sharing that with everyone else. Like that's something else, part of my installation specialty that I feel like I'm bringing to the table. It's not just my technical ability within these walls, but to be able to share that with others, whether they're in the industry or not. I feel like there's a lot of DIY guys out there who want help and need it from someone that's trusted within their industry and isn't looking out for their own interest, like hoarding all these ideas for yourself. I don't think that's conducive to a great industry. I feel like we should be sharing with one another, and we definitely do that within our own group. But outside of that, it's kind of like, all right, this is our information. We need to make money. But I think there's enough work for it to go around everywhere. And with how vehicles are getting more and more complicated, I think that the DIY, there's such a high barrier of entry to that we're going to get the work at the end of the day regardless. So why not share it? Like, why not share these like little tips on how to take off a door panel or something like that? You don't have to hoard that to yourself, because chances are someone else is out there sharing it, right? So yeah, I'd say that's my philosophy. Just let's be open with the information that we're gathering. Like, yes, there's some things that you might not want to share, and that's fair. But I'm shifting gears with that. Next question is, what do I want my customers to remember about the installation aspect of my service? And that's really easy for me to answer. And that is simply nothing. I want them to forget that I ever touched the car. I want them to enjoy their music, and that's like, or their radar detector, and that's it. Like, I don't want them to think about the installation that I did, because oftentimes if they're thinking about that, that means that there's a problem. So I prefer that they don't think about me at all. But if they do, I really hope that they can think that, hey, I'm having an issue. Let me reach out to Andrew and have him fix it for me. Next question is, it has to do with industry professionals that have influenced me in my career, and that's another easy one. I don't know if you actually want me to name people, because that's a long list. So what I'm going to do is say there are a ton of guys that have helped me throughout the years, whether it's running a business or doing installation or doing fabrication, and they all play a huge role in my own development, and they still do to this day, especially now that I'm by myself. I watch on YouTube videos, I go to trainings, and I learn a lot from these guys. And I don't think we need to name the same names over and over and over. I feel like everyone's going to name the names of guys. And so I appreciate every one of you. It's awesome that you're out there sharing the information as well. So I'd like to say thank you for that. I really appreciate everything that you've done for me. Without the community, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have my own shop, especially without my previous employees throughout the years. Like, they all helped build this to where it's at today. So thank you. Moving on, why should I be part of the top 50 installers? Now, I believe I have a good idea of what makes a top 50 top 50. If that fits in with what you're looking for, then awesome. If not, oh well. But what makes me a top 50 installer, in my opinion, if I'm just going to go down a list of things that like positive qualities about the work that I do, it's that I am very detail oriented. I will not let a customer leave here with something that I feel like isn't up to par. That's number one thing. Like, I feel like to be on this list, that's a minimum requirement. You cannot put work out there into the wild that you can't put your name on, or that you don't want to put your name on. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that I truly, truly care about the customer. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, who the hell doesn't care about their customer? And why would that be something special to be on this list? So I really hope that that's not a precondition to being on this list, because I would hate to think that there's anyone out there that doesn't care about their damn customers. So I would say those are two reasons, even though I think one of them is kind of a BS kind of reason. Other reason, I like to share. I like to share the information I'm gathering, I'm learning, I'm researching, and I just love what I do. I love the science behind what we do. I love the challenge of fabricating. I love everything about the mobile electronics industry, and I want to continue being a person within that industry that other guys know, to a degree. Like, I don't have to be one of these top tier guys, but I do want to be in the club, and it's just because I love this industry. I love doing this every day. So if there's any other reasons, I'm going to watch other guys' videos. and maybe I'll pick up on some of their reasons, but that's about it. I really appreciate all your time. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna do a little walkthrough of my work area, and I'm gonna figure out how to cut down this 15-minute video down to 10 minutes. And I hope everyone has a great day. You can turn off the music now. Thanks. All right, see ya. All right, everyone, so here's a walkthrough of my workspace. This is the wood shop. I use a lot of the Kingpin templates. I use a lot of the mobile solutions as well. You'll see a lot of the smart ruler, the carbon templates, a bunch of the templates back there as well. So, yeah, this is it. Like, I could run through every single tool that I have, or I could just show you guys. You guys are smart enough. You know what you're looking at here. So, one thing that I do that's a little bit different than the other shops, I actually have most of these tools listed on my website so other people can look at them, see what I use, and then purchase those. So, moving out of the wood shop, I pretty much have 5 kind of workspaces. So here's one. Number 2 is my little upholstery corner here with my Juki double needle sewing machine. I have one of the needles taken out so I could do a single stitch, but that's kind of my area right there. I try to use all the veteran factory leathers whenever I'm but there's lots of that I use. I do have scraps here and there, carbon fiber, and other materials that I've been working with. So that's kind of my staging area for all my materials. It's kind of a mess, to be honest. I would like to redo that. Here's one of my workstations. So workstation number 3, this is the most used. It's kind of a little tool cart that I pull around with me to all the cars. I like to have all my main tools here right at hand. So this has the most common tools I use on a day-to-day basis right here, separated into obviously the category tool. But this little cart here has proven to be invaluable. Like I use this every time I work on a car. I pull it up next to it and I get to work. So yeah, so that's station 3, and these are not in any particular order. So here's station 4, which is my little glow forge corner. In here I actually keep my acrylics separated by the thickness, and yeah, so this is my little PC system set up for that. There's a couple specialty tools here that I use when I'm working with the Glowforge. But moving on, we have my favorite, which is the tuning corner here. And I am planning on like just kind of doing a piece-by-piece breakdown of my rig here and having that listed on the website as well, so people could actually see all the little tools that actually I need to use on a daily basis when I'm doing a tune, since there's no consistency from car to car. I have to have all these different cables. I have to have all these different, whether the base summer, just a lot of test equipment, just so I can do my installations, do my tuning on any vehicle, any situation that arises. So that's my tuning station there. And then just some auxiliary functions of the bay, obviously wire rack. And then I have my parts bin. I have my parts hold shelf right there for vehicle parts, and then parts bin. This is probably one of my favorite areas, just having everything organized. All right, now I guess there is one more work area. This is my solder station here. I love this little area, just kind of dedicated just for soldering little fiddly things here and there. All right, so that's it. Those are the major areas of my install bay. I could go through all the little things here and there, but I'd rather not waste your time. You guys know most of the tools, and again, most of these tools are listed on the website, so if anyone's interested in getting like the oscilloscope that I use, I have it listed. But thank you all for watching. I'm gonna roll into the still shots now. There are gonna be a couple little video clips here and there, but please forgive me for that. I feel like it's a little bit easier to understand than photos. But, and I do a ton of video. I rarely do still photos anymore. I didn't want to just like screenshot out of videos. Anyways, thank you all, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.